الرحمن الرحيم
الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد. Inshallah, looking at the name of Allah, Al-Khabeer. This name of Allah, we all understand the generality of its meaning, which is to do with His infinite knowledge. But what does that actually look like in the real world? Now, if we think about the statement of Allah, وَعِنْدَهُ مَفَاتِحُ الْغَيْبِ لَا يَعْلَمُهَا إِلَّا هُ. When Allah says He has the keys to the unseen, none knows them except Him. Then the verse continues and Allah says, وَمَا تَسْقُطُ مِنْ وَرَقَةٍ إِلَّا يَعْلَمُهَا. There's no leaf that falls except that Allah knows it. No leaf. Just think about that. How many trees are there in the world? And just to think about the number of trees in the world, that blows your mind. Then, how many leaves then on all of those trees that are existent in the world? Now, your mind can't even think, you can't even picture the number of leaves that exist just on our earth. Now Allah says, there's not a single leaf that drops except that He knows it. He knows about that leaf dropping in the silence where there's no one in the wilderness, and He knows it dropping, where it's dropping, how it's dropping, when it hits the floor, how it rests, and what happens to it. Now, that's a knowledge that our brains can't even comprehend, and it blows your mind. But it's not confined to that. Allah knows that hidden speck of dirt, that hidden seed in the earth that falls away and no one sees it, and it's hidden somewhere secret. Allah knows about it. وَإِن تَكُ مِثْقَالَ حَبَّةٍ مِّنْ خَرْدَلٍ. And if there was an atom's weight, a grain, hidden somewhere in the heavens or the earth, in Surah Luqman, and if it was either in the heavens or the earth, inside a rock, hidden away, Allah knows about it and He can bring it. Now, when Allah tells us about Himself and He uses this name, often we find this name mentioned with other names of His, and they're all to do with His perfect encompassing knowledge. So Allah says, for instance, Al-Alim Al-Khabeer. قَالَ نَبَّأَنِيَ الْعَلِيمُ الْخَبِيرُ. The all-knowing, the one whose knowledge is so encompassing, there's nothing that escapes it. Then Allah says, أَلَا يَعْلَمُ مَنْ خَلَقَ وَهُوَ اللَّطِيفُ الْخَبِيرُ. The one who knows the subtle and the small insignificant things, and the one who knows anything bigger than that as well. And often Allah joins this name with Al-Hakim Al-Khabeer, the one who is complete in His wisdom. He knows the best thing to have or to do at the best time. His knowledge encompasses everything, because it's not a theoretical knowledge alone. It's everything in theory and everything in practice. Allah knows it all. There's nothing that escapes His knowledge. So when you understand Allah's knowledge has no deficiency, rather it is perfect from every angle. It is the wisest of all knowledge. It is the knowledge accumulated, but rather Allah had this from the beginning and has it eternally from experience. What we would understand from experience, Allah has that infinitely in the past to infinitely in the future. Allah has every type of knowledge. Now, when you look at this and you think about it, what should this bring about in you, in your life? Number one, there's no sin you can get away with. You're alone, you think you're alone? You're not. Allah's there watching you. Allah knows exactly what's going on. There's nothing you can hide. And even those whisperings in yourself, those things that are hidden from everyone, the glances, the riyā, the wanting, the love, coveting, the love from people and praise from people, all of that is known. So you want to get rid of it all, because you're not going to escape from any of those sins. And then the final thing it tells you that the command of Allah is supreme because it covers every type of benefit from every angle. So there's no way I could challenge it. The only thing I should do is submit. Anything Allah has ordered, it is the best because He is the most knowledgeable. Nothing escapes His knowledge, and it brings about the best consequences, whatever it is. So perhaps now we understand what it means, Al-Khabeer. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
المؤمن المهيمن العزيز